What's up? What's going on, people? How we doing? What are all you rascals up to? Everybody doing okay? Let's see here. Get the comments. Who all we got? D. Daniel. Yeah, I like my thumbnail picture. 20 people waiting. We need 20 likes. I like it. Thanks, Dwayne. D from Alabama. Mark, baby. Derek. Thomas Rosario. Chris from Minnesota. Nice. Greetings. Saint. South Florida, Florida, Texas. Market Grinders. What's up, brother? High Point, North Carolina. Dwayne. Yeah, dog. Living the dream. What's with the mean look, Saint? I don't know. It was just a funny picture. Ohio in the house. Full deflection from Memphis. What's up, Kobe? Shane played a little golf today. That gets my back too, brother. How'd you shoot, man? How'd you shoot? You must have had some decent weather if you're playing golf today. Sup, Steven? Dwayne. Elizabeth. I'm pretty close. I'm about an hour from Elizabethton, Tennessee. Elizabethtown, Kentucky. I think I know where that is. Atlanta, New York, and DJ. Mexico, New Mexico, LA. Andrew, Renee, Steven. Drawsy, Shalisha, Renee, Kobe, my dog. Circle Pit, Winston in the house from Chicago. Minky, man, New Jersey in. Hello, Cola, Kelly, Charles, Dwayne. Toronto. Hey, I like this. Springfield, Sacramento. You guys are awesome. Thank you. There's my brother. What's up, Pats? How are you, my man? Everybody okay? Mm. All right. I wanted to look. I spent a little bit of time with Miss Mary over on her. She does a Zoom class, and I think she advertises that it's every Sunday night. She does a Zoom class, and they do some charting. So any new people should stop by her channel. If you go to, let's see here, am I doing that? Yeah, right here. Daggone it! Why is it putting this extra screen up? I don't need that. If you go right here, Miss Mary Ertwan, and also somebody help me out. Chart Goat University, the freshman class, intro charting and freshman class. I think she has some stuff on there. It's really good information. She's a wonderful person and does a lot for the community. And I think there was 80 people over there in that Zoom, so it's good for charting. And I appreciated them having me on tonight. Had a good time. All right, let's dive in here. Man, thank y'all for everybody coming in. Shane shot at 88. Brother, if you're under 100, you're doing all right, right? Couple blow up holes is the difference between a 88 and a 76, ain't it? I feel you. What's up, Peter? Eric? Lake Nolan, Paris, Tennessee. Selfish, you got Trading View today. Cool, man. Hey, yeah, if y'all haven't subscribed, I got to get to, I think it's 2,000 subs. So like if you hit the like button, I went ahead and did it public. If you hit the like button and do the notification bell, subscribe. I got to get over there before I get super chats or before I can make the channel really get anything from YouTube. So y'all help me, I appreciate it. There's Pittsburgh in the house. So, the first thing I'm looking at on the spy, let's get a broad look here, guys. We're still in this channel. What's up, Simple Home? Hawksnet, 71 County. There we go. Yeah, I think I was hitting 700 the other day. And y'all have helped me tremendously. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, good people?
There's Larry Jones. Let's see here. 778. Thank you all. From Singapore. Thank you, LK. Justin, I feel you. I've got a head cold myself, and I mean the thumbnail. Come on, guys. It's funny. Oh, I love it. Okay. Speaking of TradingView, can you and Josh do an in-depth video soon on all the ins and outs of it? Shane, Josh is the man for that. I'm decent with TradingView. I can help you. Yeah, Pat's is right. TradingView's YouTube channel has a lot on it too, man. Like you can go through their. I mean, it's not the same as having somebody explain it to you. I get it. But yeah, I can. If there's certain questions you got about it, I can help you. And I'm getting ready to start offering live coaching pretty soon. So hopefully that's going to be up and running pretty quick. Anybody wants like one-on-one help? And if you got any questions in the chat, man, just drop it in the chat. If I can look over something for you, I will. Full deflection, I'm just using the standard MACD. I'll go ahead and take it off and show you. I'll take my RSI off too. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. Thanks, Mark. Yeah, everybody hit that like button for me. It'll send the algo out. Okay. Here go my dog. He might go crazy in here on me. Okay. So we're in TradingView now. I'm going to take this stuff off and we can chart this together a little bit. Okay. Okay. This is the daily view, guys. What's up? Hello, Shelly. Okay, this is just a naked chart here. I've got I'll turn everything off, okay? All right. Look what we got forming here, guys. Let's start off with, man, I get on that drawing tool sometimes, and I keep on, it stays in drawing mode. Telling you, I'm not a trading view guru. There we go. Did I get it all off there? Okay. So let's zoom out. We're on the daily view. And we're going to come right here to our trend lines. Now, something easy to do if you're not real confident with trend lines is this one right here, regression trend. I put a star on it. And you'll notice up here on this little toolbar, it's like your quick access to those anytime, so you don't have to go back to the menu. And I will start it. I want to catch this right here. Now I can just go there and click it and catch this to this. You guys see the trend we're in here? Now, let's adjust it to a 4 hour. It's going to include some after hours data in it. We came down out of this a time or two. These regression trends they're pretty daggone accurate, and it saves you from second guessing yourself. Now, if you want to get used to the trend, like drawing it yourself, you can. I at least like to get 2 points. The more points that come together, the more it makes sense. So we're going back to do another trend here. I think that's about where I had it, because it came down right here. Came out of this trend some. So we're, technically we're still moving up. Now here's the bad news. We've got, where's my daggone drawing tool? I gotta add that. There's a brush. Okay, this is what we're looking at bad. We got a shoulder, head, and another shoulder here. So we got a head and shoulders bearish. A bearish stay in drawing mode. Don't want that. Okay. So we got a bearish pattern going on here on the SPY. Here's something I like to do. Good Lord. What's it doing? Okay, now I'm off of it. Now we're going to come to our indicators, guys. Anybody that's new to TradingView, go to your indicators. We're going to tap in MACD, MACD, okay? Moving Average Convergence Divergence. We're going to bring the MACD up. We're going to do indicators again, and we're going to do RSI, just the normal old RSI. Okay, and this is what we get. Now I want to look at the daily. And you can see we came up on this RSI, tried to cross this signal line again and didn't. We have our RSI pointing down. The MACD on the daily is pointing down. and I'm looking for more downside, just to be honest with you. Not saying we can't come on back up. Now, here's what we ran into the other day, why we couldn't move back up. I like drawing these trending channels a lot. Now, I'm going to take a horizontal ray right here. And you see the bottom of this structure up here. And then you see the top of this structure up here. This is a range, guys. This is a range. Now, then I like to do this. I like to take a big old rectangle and highlight that range. See, does it make more sense now? This is a big block of structure. And we came back up to try to push through it, and we could not. Not enough buyers. And it rejected 2 times. Right here on a pretty good strong trending day. And right here, kind of a flat top. We couldn't go up. You know, we got up into it just a little bit. Quarter of the way maybe. Not even. And we couldn't bust through. I'm getting sick, guys. I got a head cold, so excuse me. But we pushed up against this and couldn't continue our price action. We needed to clear this 606.50, 607 for us to get back on the bull run, back going to the upside. You know what I mean? What's up, Twin Flex? Yes, Thomas. It was nasty. And Knoxville, Tennessee, go Vols. I hear you, man. We're in Vol country here where I'm at. Yeah, be sure to hit the like, guys, for me, and subscribe if you don't care, if you've not yet. So this thing's got to, you know, if we're going to continue up, we're kind of make or break point here. I don't like the daily. I don't like the daily RSI, and I don't like the daily MACD. They're both pointing down now. Maybe it's not a whole lot more down. I don't know. When I pull up the volume profile, which is what I like to do a lot, I go to this fixed range volume profile. Okay. And I'll start from the beginning, and I want to catch this whole move here. And this shows you where a lot of trading has happened and where there's gaps in volume, gaps in trading. And, you know, really to go, you could catch this back here too, I guess, show you a little more. There's a good chunk down here. This kind of makes sense to me. If we were to keep on, see, there's a big gap right here that we left on the daily. We gapped up, and I think this was it was election day. That's why I wouldn't be surprised one bit in the next week, 2 weeks to come down here and test this. And this makes sense to me because look at this volume bar here. And if we lost this, we could get to 560 pretty easily. I don't see that happening, but to me, you know, the next thing that could catch us is 586. Let's do 6 hour. Yeah, you got some structure here. 583.30. That's not a bad support if you want to mark that on your charts. 583.30. This is a big picture overview, you know. So if this bearish head and shoulders continues to play out, then we have to come down here to 583, I think, and I guess break it to get this move back to 570, somewhere in there. Which I would love to ride puts all the way down. I would love to make money the upside, make money the downside. That's what we got to do. Okay. Spy flare for calls triggered on Friday. I didn't see that. So let's look at intraday here. You can double. So anybody new on TradingView, if you're on your main chart, you can double click, and it'll zoom. It'll take your sub charts off. Double click again, and it brings your sub charts back up. And I'm gonna take this volume profile back off. Now, let's go into like 15. Let's look at near term. And guys, what I like to do is I like to find highs and lows to look for. What's up, Mike? What's up, Daniel? Triggered at market close. Well, let's see what it said. Let me pull up Discord. I know it locked dead up in after hours. What we got for futures? Still, if you go to, let's do 5. Here's where we closed on SPY. Here's futures market. So we've not. So it's sold off a little bit on futures, but not much. You can trade, compare the two. So far, it would be like 593, something like that. So it could stay flat through the night in the pre-market, and then my next level to look at, I like to bring up session volume profile. Now, you can see where we traded at a lot after that big crash. We traded down here a lot, right? Sailfish, here's where you go. Down here at the bottom right corner, ETH. You got regular trading hours, extended trading hours. So, regular is going to show this. You see some gaps and stuff, and then you come down here and hit it again and switch it to extended, and that way you got your pre-market and your after hours. Okay. Mark says down till mid-January. I don't disagree. We'll see. It may not take that long to get there. But I think this could be, and even in crypto, I think this could be a good dip buying opportunity. I'll show you anybody in SUI right now. We've got see if you guys can see this. We'll snap a trend here. Wrong one. Trend line here. I'm sorry. Did it on the wrong chart. Yeah. Right here, guys. On the RSI. Somebody tell me what that is. We've got price moving up. Right? Zero. Buying pressure coming down. This is bearish divergence, guys. This is on the daily also. So I notice it's not wanting to fall under 50 too much right yet on the RSI. So we could be sitting on some support. We definitely are sitting on some support right here. This is on SUI. I had a couple lines right in here. It's held this so far. The top of these wicks and the bottom of these, so they're lining up. This is some support right in here. I really wanted to buy some when I run this volume profile. Yeah, bearish divergence. You guys got it. When you run this volume profile, fixed range volume profile. Okay. Catch all this move right here. See these gaps, guys? Let me get rid of my lines. This white line is just an alert, so don't pay any attention to it. But you can see these gaps. I would like to pick it up down here at 380. This is a pretty good chunk of volume, all this right here. So if we started falling and we get down here to 380 and test all of this structure, we could come on down to 3 if this whole piece of structure holds. 310. I would start nibbling at 380, and depending on if we continue downward with the MACD and RSI, then I would pick some up at lower prices too, because it ain't done. It's not done. I'm with Josh on that. It is. We still got some months to go for this bullish for the bull cycle. Just a little extra piece there. I caught that earlier and was looking at it. Mike said that last candle for the SPY got a pretty good wick. What time frame, Mike? Look where we came up into. Look at this big volume bar, guys. And it come up to it and stopped. I love the volume profile, man. It can show you what you're coming into. This is, we're back into, let's go to 6 hour. Okay. Now, this one here, you can see we pushed back up into some structure and really didn't get through it all. So we got a break. Let's go 15s. We got to break through this up here, 596, to get back to 600. We really got to get over that. I hear you, Mike. I'm sorry, I'm so stuffy, guys. Yeah, it was a good wick up. Some buyers were stepping in. We may hold this and just continue to push up. It's possible. But I don't like the daily look of the RSI and the MACD. I don't like it. If this daily pushes through the zero line on the MACD, we're coming down. So let's go set up our chart like we do each day when we trade. I like going over this with everybody just so you know what we're doing when you come onto the live trading with Josh or with me or with both of us. Everybody with me still? I'll feel you, Mike. Use on the monthly. Ed, I'm gonna try to live trade the first hour, and then I'll be on. I'll be on Tuesday. I should be. I assume the market's closed Wednesday, right, for New Year's Day. And then I'll be live Thursday, and then I'll be live with Josh Friday. Now, Josh may go live Tuesday if Wednesday's closed, so he usually makes it up one way or another, either before or the week after. He'll pick up a Monday to make up for it. Okay. So let's go to Friday, or what is it? Yeah, Friday. Here's Friday's chart. Yeah, Daniel, I'm okay, Dwayne. So if you have to go to the WAP app and unsubscribe, and then just resubscribe with my link. You can if you go here to the Discord and you go under Spy Lord, you can hit pinned messages, and it's right there. Or if you look in this video, we'll go ahead and visit it, and I'll show you. We'll go ahead and visit it, and I'll show you. If you come right here, I'm with the like. Right here where it says more, support me here through my link. It's right there. And then I've got some people ask how to tip me or something like that. I got Cash App, Venmo, PayPal right here. If anybody wants to tip, welcome to. They are appreciated, not necessary, but I do appreciate anything. Trying to make this full time, guys. So I can be with you, be with you guys trading a lot. I hope we get to eventually cover all 5 days live trading. Most of the time, anyways. So I'm gonna set the chart up here, and this is how using that referral link, guys, is how I get to make this full time. So if I can get enough people to support me through Josh's Discord, and he gave me the link. I mean, he's fine with it. You just unsub through WAP like you subscribed originally, and then resub with my link, and then it gives me the subscription, or a portion of the subscription. Okay? And I greatly appreciate that. There's been a lot of people support me already, and I really appreciate it. It is not not taken for granted. Yeah. Thank you. Somebody just tipped me. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. So, let me get the comments pulled back up here. Yeah, as far as somebody asked about Zoom, I might can set that up. I'll probably use Zoom for, hope we're going to be doing one-on-ones soon where people can book coaching. And I'll probably use Zoom for that. I might, if I can get successful enough with it, I think in order to get enough people where people can be on audio, you have to have a pretty big subscription to Zoom, which I'm not opposed to if I can get the support. So we were doing it through the Discord, but the Discord caps you out at so many people, and then half the people that wanted to come couldn't come. So it was a big thing, and then nobody wanted to mute their microphones. So it was a big thing, big to do. We tried it, but I ain't opposed to it. Ain't opposed to it. Thanks, James. Muhammad, that's in TradingView. Thinkorswim may have it. They probably do. That's a pretty big that's a pretty big one. Thinkorswim's a pretty big charting tool, so it's probably got it. Yeah, Ed, I think YouTube is smoother than Zoom. It's just you don't. I guess the audience can't use audio back. I guess is the only hindrance. Zoom has been rough. Circle. Okay, keep that in mind. So I might start. I don't know. We can figure something out. Maybe we can do smaller classes on Zoom or something like that, or we'll figure something out. Right now, YouTube's the best for me, and I can respond to you guys through text. And you can always tag me on Discord and ask me anything. Don't mind a bit. I try to respond to everybody. I really do. Let me get. Just 1 second, guys. Okay, we're going into Friday here, guys. Yeah, Circle Pit in terms of people not muting. That was a big that was a big problem with the Discord because it was set up for it. Like you could go under this. Let me show you right here where it says live trade, and that's what I was using for a while. And Josh upped it a time or two, but you still had to like keep paying Discord more and more and more for more people. They just keep capping you out. It was like 50 and then 100. And it was just, once you get that many people, you're going to run into 10, 15%. They forget to mute their mics and dogs barking and, all the background noise. It's just really hard to get through. So I think that's better in smaller, like one-on-one sessions, which are coming soon. So I'm looking forward to that. So somebody asked, could I walk through how to? You can do a global mute, but then when people are trying to ask questions, it's a hard workaround. Once you get a certain number of people, you get like over 10 or 15 people, it starts getting rough. D says, can you walk us through how you actually execute your trades? D, what I'm doing now is I've been working on a video. Now, I use Webull. I can get around on other things, but I recommend to people that are especially just starting options. Webull is a great place to be able to execute orders to getting in and getting out with stop losses that are very accurate. If you have to go, like somebody told me, I don't know, on SoFi, on Robinhood, on probably, I think Pat said E-Trade was like that. You have to go in, if you place a stop order, you have to manually go in, cancel that order, and put in another order and set the price where, it's so, It's ridiculous. You can't trade options very well that way. Not very successfully. So on Webull, when you buy an option, I'm gonna do one for mobile. That one's almost done. I'll finish it tomorrow during market hours. It'll set your option on a chart for you. Yeah, Daniel, you're right. So when Webull comes and you buy your option, thanks, Gino. Appreciate that. When Webull gets your option set, it comes in on a chart like this. And then you can just grab your option, like once you set your stop loss, and as the price, let's say it's moving down, you can grab it and bring your stop loss down with you and then execute and give yourself some room on each time. So, that's the kind of thing that you need, not where you have to go in and manually set a timer and all that stuff, or manually set your amount each time and take off the previous order. There's no way to stay with fast price action moving that way, okay? All right, we're going to set up Friday here, guys, for you. Let me get this. I'm going to take all these lines off. We're going to redo them together. I'm on Webull. Yes, with option candles. Okay. This is what we're teaching. This is what Josh's teaching. We're trading structure. First 3 5-minute candles. Okay? So we got 1, 2, 3. We're going to set a horizontal line. You come to your drawings. Over here on the first block. There's a drop down tab. Trend line, horizontal, all this. Horizontal line. I'm going to make one on the top of this candle where it opened. And then we're going to make another one on the bottom of where these 3 candles were, wherever the bottom is. So right there. Okay? That is our morning structure. You can also, there's another way. It's a little easier maybe on the eye. Same thing under drawing tabs. You come to the second one over here on your rectangle. It's got all these. I choose a rectangle. You can just start in the corner, drag, and you've created yourself a box, okay? Now, so we will do it on the chart now. We're still in the contract. You can do, on Webull, you can do it on the chart. You can move your stop loss on the chart. Okay? You can do it on the contract too, I think, but I like looking at it on a chart and being able to move it. Okay. I like drawing these blocks like this, guys, because you can see when price breaks under or over your structure. We call these first 15-minute, first 3 5-minute candles, 15 minutes, our morning structure. So you can see it traded in morning structure up till 10 o'clock that morning. So we had to wait 30 minutes before we started getting this move. Now, there's 2 ways for your entries. I use the green bar here as my 9 EMA. The gold bar here is VWAP. This red bar is the 200, okay? Now, I use VWAP first to show me direction. I have to know it's under or it's over VWAP. Very first thing, right? If it's under, we're bearish. We're looking at puts. If it's over, we're looking at calls. We're wanting upward action. And then we take into account our structure. And here's our structure. And I like trading these first 2 or 3 hours because this is where all the volume's at. Once we break under or over that structure is where I start looking to take a trade. Now, there's 2 ways to take this. One, you wait for a candle to close outside of structure. Guys, this isn't 100%, but this is a good foundation. And This is for trends. This is for trending days when we can catch a trend for bigger moves, okay? There's other ways to trade range days, and we'll go over that some too, but this is for trends. Now, once it breaks under your structure, you can start an earlier entry if you have momentum. If this RSI and MACD are giving downward pressure, I like looking on 10s and 15s for a little better guided direction. And you can see, even though we were oversold, this bad boy was pointing down here on the RSI and the MACD also. Downwards. So I did take an early entry that day. And I'll tell you why I took an early entry. One, this candle, when this candle closed under VWAP and was coming back to test the bottom of our structure, I wanted to have my puts pulled up then. You need to be looking at the contracts then that you're wanting to buy. Okay? Once you start getting momentum, guys, you know how quick it goes. I'll come back to your questions in just a second, guys. Once you start getting momentum, it'll flush fast or it'll take off fast. It'll rip on you and leave you behind, right? So you can either have an earlier entry with higher risk or a later entry with lower risk. It is up to you and your risk management. It's up to you and what you're willing to risk. Before you go, this is a good habit to practice. Before you take a trade, you're going to say to yourself, I'm fine risking a $20 loss per contract, or I'm fine risking $15 per contract. You have to know what risk you're willing to take. And if it crosses that threshold, then you have to respect your stop loss. Okay? That's the reason I got in a little early, was because I saw momentum coming. And once this candle started crossing, I was hitting market buy. I do not do limit orders on the SPY. There's no point in it. It will make you miss the trade. And you have to be fast, Daniel. You're exactly right. So, at one point we had calls pulled up on this green candle. And somebody made a comment that morning, and it made sense to be looking there because this candle closed over VWAP. It didn't open and close, but it closed over VWAP. And it come up to the top of morning structure. So this RSI actually was giving us a little fake out to the upside. So in this instance, there wasn't much over VWAP to make me want to go to calls, but we did have them up and looked, but we immediately rejected. This candle did not continue across, so there was no continuation. But this next red candle continued down and closed under VWAP and gave me early signals to say I'm looking at puts. You don't have to go in, but I'm looking at them. I want them pulled up on my screen. I want them ready to hit the buy order, okay? Because if you got 5 contracts loaded, you say, I want to take 5, market price. All I'm waiting to do is hit one button on my phone that says confirm, go. And then I'm in the trade. I've not missed nothing. Now, we caught this, I think I played this 2 times, if I'm not mistaken. Caught this whole move, this one candle, 596.50 to right at 595. That's a 1.5 on options. That's a great move. Now, why do we have the 9 EMA pulled up? I use it for a trend guide. That's the only reason I use it. On the 5-minute chart, it's a trend guide. If I'm in a trade and the 9 EMA has not broke, or I'm happy, The only reason I'm getting out is I'm happy with profits if it's still holding the 9. If it breaks the 9, I'm going out. If it holds the 9, I can stay in. Now, right here, this candle here come up to the 9, and this one barely closed over the 9. This would have, if you used that rule, it would have knocked you out. And if you waited for confirmation, you would barely have gotten a move. So there's risk in doing that. The better thing to do was not to be greedy and take profits on these 2 candles right here, because this is a huge move. 596.50 to the bottom of this candle. 593. I mean, that's 2.5, 3 points on these on a couple of candles. It's time to take profit. There you go, D. There was some big wins on this move. Now, ultimately, it continued down. But, who wants to hold through all this crap? Nobody. I'm not holding through it. If I caught this momentum on these couple of candles here, on a few contracts, that's a good payday. Taking it every day. But so start having your options pulled up, which ones you're going to buy. We generally, as a rule of thumb, go 1 or 2 strikes out of the money on 0 DTEs. If you're brand new, go an extra day. Okay? If you're brand new, you pull your options up. Let's say, excuse me. This is Mondays. So if we're in tomorrow's trading session and you're brand new, go ahead and go out one day, and you can go out to a couple more spots out of the money. It's going to slow the volatility down, move a little slower for you. You can, if we open tomorrow, I would be choosing for calls either this 596 or 597. That's what as of right now, because it's this is 1 place out of the money, 2 strikes out of the money. This is what we always choose, me or Josh. Okay, you can do this one when you start getting down into these. This is no man's land. They're going to decay on you real bad, and the volatility's crazy. So 1 or 2 strikes out of the money, 0 DTEs. You can always go out an extra day to slow it down. Okay. So, let's say we caught this move right here. And right here's the first reversal. This is what I do in the middle of the day. When I get one of those, I bring my horizontal line, and I'm going to say boom right there. That, without seeing the next move, let me just roll it over here. This comes down to here and reverses. I'm putting a line right here because that held as support. You can call it 592.50 right in there. It's where this candle closed and where this one opened. That's support. Okay, you got another reversal right here. I'm going to do the same thing, guys. Horizontal line. Yeah. Right here on the top of this, because that held as resistance. So now I've created a range, and this is really good for being able to take buys, because the next alert that I gave as we were going off, I got kicked out, but I re-entered when we went off. I think some people still held, was this right here, because I saw a double bottom forming. I took entry right here, and this was a big winner, big winner. I think Josh got kicked out, and I got kicked out. And I got back in right here. So this was, and I gave it on this candle. I gave it on this red candle, so there was plenty of time to enter. 592.50, 594.50, 2 points, 2 whole points. It was a big one. So why would you get out right here? Well, because we're traded structure. We created structure here. And I'm happy selling. If I got in down here, I'm happy selling at structure, at resistance, at previous resistance. Let's say you bought 5 contracts and it's moving, it's looking good, big green candle, and we get right back up to resistance. I'm taking most of them. If I got 5 contracts, I'm taking 4, leave 1 runner, and then let it kick you out on this candle. Because if not, you're just stuck in the chop. Okay, so this was a good range to trade because, we came back in. I would set one more line down here at the low of the day. We'll call it 590.75. Right in there. So make a mark there. Actually, I would do on the bodies here. We're on 5s. So we actually got another classic double bottom. All the way down, up, and then this bottom held again. It was an easy entry if you were watching this. Or you could wait until you crossed back over this, what used to be support. You said, well, this candle, that candle, that candle couldn't close, so it was resistance, right? Once you broke resistance, you could have went in right here. Once these candles started opening over, like this one right here, you cleared the 9. You had, let's look at the 15. At that point in the day, you got to start looking at higher time frames. Look at this 15 crossed up on the MACD right here, guys. It's giving you a signal. RSI is now pointing upwards. And sure enough, if I go back to my 5, if you would have rode this 9 EMA, look at that move. 591.80 up to the top of this, where this was resistance. I would have just cut here because that's a huge move. You could have held up to VWAP to see if we got rejection, or cut at VWAP if you got in down here. This was a good entry though. And cutting right here made perfect sense because it was previous resistance. Previous resistance is resistance until it's broken. So you would have had to hold this chop if you held on. But still great profit, great run. And now look again where we held. You got to take time to mark these reversals and supports through your day if you're day trading. This line here, just because I said it right there on this first run, it held 1, made sense here, so that's 2, basically 3. When you crossed back under, another entry, 4, and it held, several times throughout the day. Could have caught this one here. Made good sense to enter here because it was support earlier. Let me get a few questions here. I'm going to go back. Yeah, I appreciate it, Gino. I'm trying, man. Doing my best. Give us a good entry-level winning textbook trade that works 85% other than the 3 levels you set up every morning. Muhammad, I think everything I just covered is a good textbook way of trading. Structure. And then using a few other indicators to give you confirmation. I love trading structures that retest and Like right here, this retested perfect, so it made sense to me to enter. You can enter on this red candle, which I did, and it looks scary because it looks like it's going down, but it held once. So you could take risk, and especially throughout the day, if you caught this move with us, you had a huge win. So you could leave it. You could take a little bit of risk there, because it held before support, resistance. I think that's good textbook. And I told you, when you're trending, the 9 works great on a 5-minute channel, on a 5-minute time frame. Let's go back to this day. We hit this one too. We knocked this one out of the park last week. This is a trend day, guys. It trended the entire day. Here was our 1, 2, 3 candles. So we would have a line here. And then the bottom of these 3 candles bodies was here. So this will, then when I'm going to make a rectangle to see it better, look at there. There's our structure for the morning. It came out of it pretty quick. Once this candle got on top and closed, this was entry. For one, the MACD was already starting to point up. So at that point, let's go to a higher time frame. Why does it do that to me? Okay. Let's go to a higher time frame here. Yeah, look at this 30-minute. It was over the 0 line and pointing upwards. Now, we were overbought. It was hot. It was a hot day. But it trended the whole day. Just because it's overbought on some time frames, it can stay overbought for a while. So at that point, you trade structure. Now, when you go back to the 5 and you let the 9 EMA guide you, look, it rode the 9 EMA the entire day. One time it broke it. You could give it one candle, especially at this point you're way up. You could give it one candle. If you trade structure on this, then each time it gathers a little consolidation, like let's say right here. It came up, and then we had 3 candles right here that couldn't break this line. So I would have set a line, and then I said, okay, if I want to re-enter, we have to cross this line. That's structure right there. So once it starts crossing that line, I'm still getting upward direction. I'm good to go back in and let it hold the 9 EMA until you're happy or until it breaks it. Circle Pit, they could be faster on desktop. I use my mobile for executing my orders on Webull. Well, that's a cool. Cola says there's an indicator called ORB in TradingView. Let me pull it up. ORB. Everybody still with me? We good? Which one is it, Cola? Opening range breakout? Orb 15 minutes by. There's a bunch of them. Let's put that one on, see what it does. Huh. Looks like it's measuring pre-market. Not sure. By ZZZ Crypto. Let's try it again. I'll try one more time. ORB. Golly, there's a bunch of them. Oh, right here. ZZZ Crypto. That's what it was, wasn't it? Ain't that what I had? Yeah. What are these settings? Orb total time, 5 minutes. Session time. Oh, it's measuring between 9:15 and 9:20. So you have to change your time frame. So we'd say 9:30 to 9:45. Okay. Oh, that's not bad. Okay. That's cool. How about that, man? That's cool. Yep, that's exactly it. It's catching the wicks. Josh marks the bodies within these first 50. So I mean you could do either. That's a cool tool. So if anybody has thanks Cola for pointing that out. Yep. Yep, that's really cool. So it kind of plots it for you if you got Trading View. So that's ORB by ZZZ Crypto. Okay? If anybody wants that. It kind of automatically plots those first 15 minutes, but you got to go change your time frame. So don't forget to do that. I'm going to trash that. Let's go back to Weeble a second and look at our somebody said SPY was down overnight right now. So I don't 1 hour RSI selfish is 1 hour time. I'm just switching the time frame to 1 hour. And I like the RSI on Trading View better because it has like a signal line with it when it crosses, and it's a good point of entry. Sometimes you can help. It can help guide you. If we see something, I'm so stopped up, guys. I'm sorry. So on the daily, we'll have to wrap up. On the daily, I noticed I don't like the RSI. I mean, I do like it for down pressure. We got this head and shoulders still. So, be leery of more down movement coming. I kind of see that. I don't like making big predictions, but would not be surprised to hit this 584 soon, next week or so. And I notice on the daily, we got a gap here, guys. Down here at 574.50. So, just saying. I also noticed on these on the MACD, if you go to your settings, maybe it was the RSI. Yeah, I think it was RSI. It'll calculate bullish and bearish divergence for you. Well, I had it on there a minute ago. Where'd it go to? Yeah, here we go. I zoomed in too much. It starts plotting bearish divergence for you, bullish divergence on the RSI. Just like the lines I drew for you a minute ago on SUI. You could see negative pressure coming in right here before we dropped. So if you could have been looking at this on a higher time frame, you could have seen that coming. Let's get a little level for tomorrow morning. I want to see what it's. Somebody got Robinhood overnight SPY. What's the level on it right now? I try not to pay it a whole mind because there's not a lot of volume, but I think for resistance, we got to get back over this 595.50 area. To start discontinuing this head and shoulders pattern. That's our first block. And if you notice, that also lines back up pretty much with what day is this? Friday the 20th. That's the highs of the day. It's also the highs of the day on Monday. See, these lines start adding up, guys. Highs and lows of the day matters. So that's my first one. And then we've got to break under. We got to get back under this to continue down. Basically 591. 590.85, somewhere in there. When you start breaking these, making new lows is always a good signal. You know, we're coming lower when we start breaking these. So 590.85 on the downside. We'll see what pre-market does. 595.55 and yeah, if we get back above this, we could fly on back up pretty easily. You see back here how quick we came out of it on this day, on Tuesday the 24th. It was a big boom. So there's just a gap in volume here, guys. See all this? The top of this range right here is acting as resistance. Okay. Thanks, SRAD. I like movement too, Pat. I appreciate everybody logging in and hanging out with me, man. I love doing these with you guys. Trying to do it full time. That's my levels right now. 595.50. Of course, I'll wait for pre-market to see what we're doing. Anything can happen between now and then with the overnight markets and futures. So this is futures right now on 5 minutes. Let me get this off of here. Yeah, it's down a little bit. But in all actuality, not by much. It's sitting on the top of that little double bottom that we played, and the top of this structure. That's kind of where it's at, which would correlate to about 595.50, 595.40, something like that. I would imagine. Yeah, somewhere in there. So we'll see what kind of movement we get in the morning in pre-market and go from there. But so far, we got to get back over 595.50. Remember these structures. That's a 10-minute chart. That's why it's off. Remember our morning market structures. Sometimes those come back into play. I wouldn't be surprised if we push back up to this, which is the bottom of structure. We could run into little resistance. I would be interested. Possible calls back over 596.60. Then we'd have to continue up through 598.20. That's the bottom of this low of the day on 12/26. That looks right to me. So we got if we can clear 598.20, we can push on back up some. That's sort of my, if you guys are writing any of this down, probably good to. Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Vincent, that's the one I got up here on TradingView now is session volume profile. You have to hit the settings when you do pull it up, and you check this value area high, value area low, and the POC. And then it'll plot those lines for you, and then you can change the colors. Okay. This is what I use for ranges. Let me go back to the SPY. If you'll see on a 5-minute chart with the session volume profile, it helps you play ranges. It gives you a value area where trading was done. So like here, it placed your value area here, value area low. You could have took calls here, and you would have sold close to value area high. Calls, sell, puts. This put would have paid. When you came back into value area, you could have took calls again to the upside and sold at value area high and rode puts back down to value area low. It's for ranges. Now, it's not 100%. It's for ranging. I use that a lot. It don't catch big trends. It catches ranges. It's a good thing. Good thing to use. The other one is called fixed range volume profile, and then you can select a big portion of your chart on the daily or 4-hour. All right. Daryl, thanks. Don't forget the like button. If anybody wants to support me, what's up, Julie? What's up, Mark? What's up, Victor? If anybody wants to support me, again, I'll say you can use my link. You unsubscribe through the WAP app and resubscribe with my link, and then I get a percentage of that. And that's how I'm going to do this full time with you guys, man. We got you covered. I want to do this. We've been knocking it out of the park pretty much every day in the lives. I think everybody's been doing well. Got some more things coming. Got one-on-ones coming where people can book one-on-ones with me soon. And, just for more in-depth stuff. I'm happy to get to do that. And also I had the Jeffrey for sure Tuesday morning. I'll be live. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna be live, but not for very long. The blue and the gold volume bars. That was fixed range. You go to indicators and you type in fixed. It'll come up fixed range volume profile right here. Once you click that, X off, and you can start and then finish from wherever. It's better on higher time frames. So if you want to make it longer, say you just want to catch like the last 3 or 4 days, you start at the beginning and you go back 4 days, and it'll show you where all the structure's at. See, we're right at the top. That's why I'm saying, see, it lines up perfect. 595, 60, 50. We clear that, we can push back up here to 600. Okay. All right, guys. I appreciate it, man. I've had a good time. Hope you guys have. Thank you, Nancy, Tim. Thank you. Yeah, I love going live with Josh, Tim. I learn from him every day, man. He's something else. And I like being part of that. Just it's an extra set of eyes for him, because that dude is got stuff going on up here that I'll never experience. He's a mastermind for sure. But it helps him having somebody looking at other setups for him that he's plotted, but he can't watch but so many things at once. So I think we make a good team, man. I love the dude. He's great. It's so good to me. I'm really glad for the opportunity to be part of the family. Let's see here. Is there any other questions? Win Lambo, baby. Thank you all so much. Thanks, Winston. Yeah. Next time I get this head cold going, we'll grab a guitar here and play a song. How about that? We'll do that. I'll post more in the morning after pre-market. Yeah, somebody looking for that setting still. Let me look one more time. You go to indicators, you type in ORB. If you come down, it says opening range breakout, ZZZ crypto. You click on it, and I'm on the 1 hour. That's why. There we go. Okay. I think you have to change your setting right here to what time you want it. So I would want 9:30 to 9:45. Okay. And then these two lines, that plots out that morning structure for you. That's a really cool tool. Thank you for sharing that with this circle. Yep. God bless you guys, man. Thank you. Remember, you can support me. You can go do my link and subscribe through me. Got the tip jar links on there today too. And if there's anything I can do for you, hit me up in Discord at me. As far as I know, I've not missed any comments. If I have, it's not for lack of trying. So I try to get back to everybody that asks me anything. If there's something I can do to help you, I'll be happy to help you. Okay, nice. Nice. Yeah, I think you can do your a little above me. I don't do it. You can do your own settings on a lot of these things or create your own scripts. That's above me right now. I say one thing I like to do, guys, is narrow focus. And that's why I only trade the spy, and I've been looking at Qs, so we may do the QQQ coming up. Especially for newer people, there's no reason to be looking for 15, 20 different tickers and then be like, oh, okay, I found one. I found one that I want that's moving good. By the time you look and find it, it's gone. If you narrow your focus on your trading to just a few tickers that are, highly liquid, SPY, QQQ, NVIDIA is a pretty good one. Tesla is a beast. I do not suggest that unless you're pro grade, and it's above me still. So I just don't do it. Stay away. It's so volatile. Fixed volume profile. Do you use the daily or do you change time frame? I change time frames, Pats. I use the daily to get the most accurate, to show me the bigger picture, but I will also do like 1 hour sometimes. Just depends on what I'm looking for, I guess. I'll do a little bit. I will switch around on it though. All right, guys, my people. Hey, somebody sent me a Cash App tip. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yep, those my Venmo and PayPal and all that's up there under this YouTube video. If you hit more, like right where your stuff is, it comes up. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks a bunch. Much love. Sweet Ellen. Why not use pre-market price action with the morning structure, highs and lows? Daniel, I do some. Oftentimes, pre-market, Josh always marks it. I think Josh marked this one, 600. Then he made another one, on top of morning structure, and then one on the bottom of morning structure. So yeah, sometimes I do, especially if it's a wide range like this one. I should have had it marked probably, but it was showing a lot of down pressure, so I was more concerned with morning structure. Although I would have been looking for resistance right here. It's just natural, I guess. It's good to mark the high and low of pre-market. It's never a bad thing to do. It wants you to upgrade to what? Circle pit? Hit the likes. Yeah, you can mark it, Daniel. It's probably going to act as some resistance or some support, and it often lines up with other things too. It's not bad to mark. Yep, absolutely. Good thing to do. James, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. What was this? Okay. Okay. Thank you all, man. Thank you for the tip, James. Not sure what your name is in here, but thank you. Is that you right there, James Knight? Thank you, brother. Thank you so much. All right. Any other questions, guys, before I go? Did somebody want me to chart something? Somebody asked for a ticker earlier, and I forget what it was. I missed it. Nancy, thank you. My time. I'm here for you guys. I want to be here full time for you guys. I swear somebody asked me to look at something. Dustin, are you still in here? QBTS? QBTS. Kelly, thank you. Thank you for the tip. Thank you, Hugo, for subscribing. Let's look at QBTS for Daniel, if he's still in here. QBTS. This move is coming to the top. You know, I would just say it's going to have to. I'm not sure if he's in here still or not. Got to make. You got to clear that 1360 to start flying over that. So 598.20 SPY for a call. Yeah, I liked that level because it was the top of morning structure there. No, I think it was 597.50. Right here. Yeah, it was 598. Yeah. That could be resistance. If we start clearing that, I think we could get a run back to 600 over that 598.20. First, it will have to get over 595.40. And then you would have a range probably to 596.50. You know, I like to try to play these in levels and ranges. So I would probably broaden this out a little bit. You know, I like making those rectangles everywhere. You can see there's not a lot of volume here. It's just this one candle. So if it gets over this, it'll probably fly back up to there easily. See what I'm saying? No. Hopefully that helped you, Thorntrap. Can I quit my job and trade with 10 to 30K? Thorntrap, if you're a consistent trader, you can. I wouldn't quit my job until I was, if you have the ability to trade and you're consistent, then that's plenty of money to start with. I tell everybody when they're starting options, just have like 1K or 2K in your options account. That's plenty on, especially with Webull. You do a cash account, not a margin account. You do a cash account, and your money settles every night. $1,000 is plenty to trade options with on the SPY. Buying 2 or 3 contracts at a time. You can see options tomorrow, 1 or 2 strikes out, $154 or $100 will get you 1 contract. So, you could take 3 contracts with about $300, give or take, and make 2 or 3 trades a day, which is plenty. If you're consistent, if you're trading a plan and a strategy, you have to trade a strategy. And you have to know your risk. And you have to be disciplined to do that. You have to. Okay? All right, guys. So that's it for me. I've been on a long time. I love doing them, though. What are we at here? Yeah, hour and a half. Oh. All right. I'm going to end it there. Much love. Julie, RGTI. I got you. Let's go look. RGTI. Let's go to daily. Ooh, boy. Are you in this already, Julie? Fred, that's what I was just saying. Webull, you have to set your account to a cash account. And then there's no PDT rule. It's just you have to wait. Your money has to settle each night. But on options, your money settles each night, and it's all back available to you the next day. So if you got a $2,000 account, that's plenty to get started with. On 1,000's plenty. 1,000's plenty. Hell, you can take 500 and do it. Trade 1 or 2 contracts at a time, a couple times a day, and really go slow until you're consistent. Yeah, it does have a doji at resistance. So on the daily, this is like a same identical chart as that last one I looked at. It looks identical. Huh. Let's go here. You got overheated on the 30. 4 hours showing down. I would say you got some support at 12. Let's look at 15s. You start losing 1570, it's coming on some. Yeah, it's a little over. It's a little hot. Look at the daily. This must have been something news driven, or golly, explosive. It's done in 30 days. Oh my God. November it was $2. It just hit 20, so the only way you play this now is momentum. And you start waiting for new highs to be made. And you can trade it that way. One, you're going to wait till at least 5 minutes starts clearing VWAP. And then I would say you got some resistance here. You had a little double top here, boom. So I would want to get above VWAP and above 18. would be my next move for a run back to highs at 1930, and then it's got to start clearing. Obviously, it's got to start making new highs where that one closed. 1850. You got to start making new highs to ride momentum. It's obviously got the gas in the tank if it wants it, but I wouldn't be looking to hold that bad boy right now. Yeah. So I hope that helps you. Winston, I trade on Webull. I chart on Webull, but I also use TradingView some for like volume profile. A few things that Webull don't have that I like. All right, guys. I got a rope. Love you. Peace. I'm out.